bloody continent do you speak African? Like, as you're thinking it, maybe in your mind it doesn't register, but as you're about to say it, you should think to yourself like, whoa, that doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. Do you speak African? What's good, what's poppin'? Welcome back to another video. It's Tulu. If you're new, hey love, welcome to the family. Today's video, as you can already tell by the title, is 6 things you should never ever say to an African. Now let's get into the video, but before we do that, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoy the video. Now let's get into it, shall we? I wrote down the list right here in this book because it's just everything that I'm saying right now, someone has said to me at some point in my life. And they have said to a lot of other Africans that I'm friends with or that I know. So, and it always grinds our gears, gets on our nerves, like it's annoying, it's disrespectful, it's ignorant, and you sound like illiterate. So if you've ever said these things, and if you are thinking of saying these things, don't do it. If you get popped, that's your business, honestly. Number 1, African booty scratcher. African booty scratcher. I think we can all understand why that is just disrespectful in its own. I remember the first time I got caught an African booty scratcher, I was 9 years old. And I was like, what? 9, in the 4th grade. I had just came from Nigeria and I wasn't talking to anyone. I wasn't even doing anything. I was walking in the hallway in the little lines that you walk in elementary school, and the little short, little fugly boy behind me goes, "You're an African booty scratcher." Why? Why? If you've ever said those things, if you've ever called somebody an African booty scratcher, you deserve to be punched in your head. Number 2, you don't look African, or you don't sound African. What am I supposed to look like? Or what am I supposed to sound like? Answer me that, because I don't understand. Especially that you don't look African. Like, I guess the you don't sound African, it's probably like referring to like the accent or something, but even still, like if I've been here for a long time, or I was born here, obviously like I'm not gonna be talking to you who is not African in my African accent. And how am I supposed to look as an African? Like what is the generic, or what is the description that you have of what an African is supposed to look like that I don't look like? Because you all like, you don't look African. What does that even mean? What am I supposed to look like? What is the idea in your head of what an African is supposed to look like that I don't fit? What is it? Because I want to know. I do. I want to know. Please ignore my edges. I do not feel like doing it. But I want to know. What is an African supposed to look like? Idiot. You guys are poor. Number 3, we're poor. We're poor. Africans are poor. Can I just say, Africa, like the entire continent, is the richest continent in the entire world by way of our natural resources. No other continent in this entire world has as much natural resources as we do. And I'm not saying there aren't poor countries in Africa, because obviously there are poor countries everywhere. There are poor people everywhere. There are people living below or at the poverty line, or just a little bit of, there are poor people everywhere. There are starving people everywhere. There are homeless people everywhere. That little feed a starving child in Africa. Rubbish. It's a propaganda. It's rubbish. Because they have y'all thinking that everybody in Africa is poor. And honey boo boo child, that is incorrect. That is very, 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 very incorrect. We're not poor. Obviously, there are poor people everywhere. Just like there are homeless people roaming the streets of America, homeless people roaming the streets of the UK, homeless people in Australia, homeless people in Africa. There are homeless people everywhere. We're not poor. We're not poor. Stop saying that rubbish, because you look stupid. You sound so ignorant. And that's how I know that y'all don't research anything on your own, because all you do is follow propaganda rubbish that is shown to you on the television. It's wrong. We're not poor. Number 4. That rhymed. That we live in huts and mud houses and trees with lion, tigers, and bears. Oh my. What? What? Oh, what? What? Why would people who live in this city live in mud houses and tree houses? It's mind-boggling, because how do you feel like we were able to get on a plane? Well, first of all, book a flight. First of all, have a computer and internet to work it, and then book a flight, and then get on the plane, and Africans fly the plane to here. And so you think we live in tree houses and mud houses, and we live with lions and tigers and bears and all those safari animals? Really? And you know what though? It's crazy, because when Africans come to, a new country, they always everybody always wants to fight us. And it's just you think, right? You think that we lived with lions and tigers and bears, and we lived in the wild, the absolute wild, no civilization whatsoever. And we're still alive. Even with living with lions and tigers and all those wild animals. And we're still alive. And so you would think in your pea brain that you have a fighting chance against us. But we fought lions and we fought tigers, and we're still standing. We're still here. And you think that you have a fighting chance. Do you see how all this makes absolutely no sense whatsoever? Yeah. Reevaluate your life if you were thinking or saying or about to say any of these things. Think about it.
Think about it. Think.
Number 5. Do you speak African? Do you speak African? Or do you speak Nigerian? Do you speak Kenyan? Do you speak Ugandan? Do you speak, are you dumb? Are you... Do you speak Can you speak a continent? Answer me. Can you speak a continent? Can you speak a bloody continent? Do you speak African? As you're thinking it, maybe in your mind it doesn't register. But as you're about to say it, you should think to yourself whoa, that doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. Do you speak African? Every time somebody asks me that, I don't even respond. I won't even dignify you with a response, because you have to know. There's absolutely no way that you don't know that question makes no sense. Are you dumb? You're an illiterate. Do you speak African? Do you speak African? Do you speak American? Do you speak... Oh, y'all got me so hyped. I done took my earring off. Look at this. Do you speak British? Do you speak British? Do you speak American? Do you speak Australian? No. The correct way that question is supposed to be phrased is, what language do you speak? Or what's your native language? And if they answer you with I speak English, then that's what you should take it as. I speak English. Do you speak, or when they make that the South African clicking sound? I don't know if any other tribe does it, but I know for a fact like South African does the, and they make that as an insult to us. Hey, what am I saying? I don't know. I don't know because I don't speak that because I'm not South African. Ugly. And this is the last one, the most important one. This question or this statement is so ignorant. It's so stupid. It's worse than all the other ones. Like, the ones I listed are bad, but this one takes the cake. I hope y'all ready. Brace yourself. Are you ready? Okay. Africans don't experience the same things as African Americans in America. I feel like we should just take a moment of silence to try to understand the level of stupidity in this statement. Okay. Now, I can understand it in, no, I can't understand. No, I can't. I was trying, but I can't. Now, let me just ask you a question. When I walk into a store or when I get stopped by a police officer, do you think that the police officer is going to say, hey, let me figure out if they're African or African American before I decide to be racist? Do you think that's what happens? Yeah, you think, okay, forget the police. Let me go into a store and the white man or the white woman is like, let me figure out if they are African or African American before I decide I want to racially profile them. Yeah, that's what you think? Okay. When a racist person looks at me as an African, the first thing that they see is my skin color. Even if I'm talking to my mom in my native language or I'm talking to somebody in my African accent, they're not gonna say, okay, yeah, they're African, let me not be racist to them. Or they're African, let me not be prejudiced to them. Or let me not stop them on the street because I think they're African. Or let me not be violent to them because they're African and they're not African American. Are you understanding how that statement makes no sense? Me as an African, I'm still black. I'm not white. Okay, I'm not Asian. I'm not Hispanic. I'm black. So for you to try to say that I don't experience the same things as you as an African American, I just can't understand it. Okay, because it just doesn't make any sense at all. Like it doesn't make, like, it makes zero, like, I don't even know how you could think that. Like, I've been racially profiled before. I've been racially profiled so many times I can't even. I've experienced racism before, okay? I've experienced so many things that African Americans have due to their skin color, even as an African. So it doesn't make sense. Like, that's just trying to cause a divide. Like, and it's just, or widen the divide, because I feel like there already is a divide, even though there shouldn't be, because at the end of the day, we're all black. But y'all just like, it just doesn't make sense how you can think that we don't go through the same things because we're African. Strictly because we're African. Like, anyways, y'all, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I do. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. If you going out saying these things, you should stop, because you sound so dumb and so illiterate and so ignorant and so stupid, like an idiot. Some people might want to take the time out to educate you and be like, oh, that's incorrect. But some people just gonna look at you like, And that's all they have in their mind now, that you're an idiot. So this is a warning from me to you because I love you. Don't say these things. Don't even think it. Go educate yourself. And yeah. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and follow me on all my social medias. They will be in the description box below. Have a wonderful time in the world. And I will see you guys in the next video. Toodaloo!